save. Welcome back to historic Jinx Simmons Fieldhouse, where we're prepared to take on the nightcap of the rescheduled doubleheader. This was originally scheduled for a Friday in January. Actually, this was scheduled for a Thursday in January.
Correct.
It was a weird game anyway.
Correct.
But then when the whole world shut down for about 4 days during the COVID spike there in mid to late January, they moved it to the next open date, which was this one.
Yeah, hey, Zach, unofficially in the game that just ended with our girls with a 43-33 victory, Ashlyn unofficially had 16 points and was 10 of, this is official, 10 of 10 free throws tonight. Great job on the line by that young lady.
Yeah, and that's a big night for her.
Yeah.
She self-admitted in an interview she did with Glenn Miller.
Yes.
Good sports writer for the El Reno Tribune, the sports director there.
Yes. And our super sophomore, Pauline Black-Harmon, unofficially had a double-double tonight.
Yes.
10 boards, 10 points, and she was 4 for 4 from the free throw line.
Yeah, so good shooting by the Lady Indians from
Absolutely.
the charity stripe tonight. The head coach of the Indians, Rodney Hayden, he's assisted by Tyler Hill, Briar Workman, Gavin Beavis, Fred Slaughter. The managers are Raylan Kuba, Michael Woods, and Michael Luntmouth. Coach Hayden also serves as the director of athletics. The athletic trainers, Alex Bray, high school principal Tim Pounds, and the great Craig McVeigh on the last leg of his farewell tour is the superintendent of El Reno School. This is a rematch from the Anadarko tournament.
Thank you.
El Reno in their home whites with navy blue and silver trim, and MacArthur in their road banana yellow. Matt Padilla, number 1.
Number 4, Arsante Dallas.
And number 4, last name Dallas, I believe. I don't want to mispronounce the first name.
Colin Gabriel.
Number 10 is Colin Gabriel.
Number 12, Jamel Graves.
Number 12, Jamel Graves.
And number 23, Anthony Smith.
And number 23, Anthony Smith. As the student section's facing us here up high atop Jinx Simmons, facing their backs, and then they'll turn and face as we acknowledge our first 5. And we did have a temporary jersey change last week, but it looks Matt Topai back to wearing 4. He had one night where he was wearing 13, but he's back to 4, so I assume the younger Revelis, Josiah, is back in 13. And what has got to be one of the youngest starting lineups in 5A, El Reno starting freshman number 1, Carter Romanos. Junior, number 4, Matt Topai. The lone senior in the starting lineup, Dominic Havern, the floor leader. And rounding out the back to the basket postman. Sorry, 14 is Evan Romanos. I missed him. And then rounding out the starting lineup, 35, James Revelis. So credit to those 5. This is the first 5 that Coach Hayden has started most of the season, although against Kingfisher, we saw him go to that 3 big formation, and we saw it again a little bit against Del City.
Correct.
In a turnaround, got beat by the better part of 40 the first time around, and we were within 6 inside 3 minutes against Del City. Del City ultimately won by 10, but closer than that.
Yes.
Than the scorecard shows. Revelis and Smith. That ball is going to be defended to MacArthur. So the possession arrow in favor of the Indians, but MacArthur with the first scoring opportunity of the evening. And Dominic Havner, number 1, have a long history dating all the way back to well before the Anadarko tournament, but that the most recent time it showed its ugly face. And a great corner trap set by the Romanos brothers, and then Carter did a good job of leaving it after the trap was set. A good job forcing that man under the basket as Dominic goes step for step, and the
very good.
MacArthur coach says run it again. That shot blocked by Matt Topai. With the rebound, long three. No good, rattles out, tipped around, secured by Mac. Not the
Indians
start
have got to block out.
And stepped out of bounds, did number 1 the call.
Excellent defense by Dom, kept his feet moving, didn't reach.
Topai drives from the right side, kills the drive, pulls it back out. He's going to run the offense. Evan finds Topai. He toes the line, squares it up. Evan's got to time that jump a little better.
Yes.
He saw it was going to be long. I think he was trying
Correct.
to tip slam, but time that, try to high point it. The transition 3 good by the Highlanders. 3-0 the early deficit. Into the front court comes Haber. Evan
Three-pointer by Gabriel.
Right to his left. Skip pass to Carter's, drives from the right. I think he traveled, but he gets away with it. Changes his shot. Saw that a little bit in the JV game tonight too.
Yes.
And I sat on the end of the bench for part of the JV game. Was having a nice conversation with Dominic, and he and I agree. Go out there, get fouled. Don't change that shot.
Correct.
If you're getting paid $50 million a year to do it, shoot how you want.
Right. Yes.
But when you're playing in the high school gym under the hot Monday night lights,
Right.
stick with conventional wisdom. It's conventional for
going strong, shoot soft.
And that's great defense by Revelis.
Yes. Very nice move inside by Graves.
Revelis James there.
Yes.
But Graves finishes. James with it in the short corner. Back to Dom. Dom's going to set the offense up. El Reno in a hole early, 5-0. James at the elbow, back out to Topai. Topai tees it up near side, long elbow, no good. He's 0 for 2 so far.
Yes. But they've both been on line, and they've just been a little strong.
But we also can't afford empty possession, trying to shoot ourselves into the game either.
Correct.
And defensive breakdowns early. The trend of this game, and Coach Hayden calls a 30-second timeout early. We're going to stay right here. El Reno trails 7-0 in the first against the Highlanders.
Zach, I see looking at our bench that we're missing Jacob Robertson tonight. And that's going to be a big miss because that young man has came in and played some quality minutes along with Trey at the post and to spell James. And I don't know what's going on, if he's injured, if he's ill, but he will be missed tonight.
And Kurt, we each have our own favorite players on each lineup, and that's a young man you always look for early in the game. Where is he? What's his mindset? Is his shirt off? Is he ready to check in?
Correct.
And we look across the bench, and I don't see him on the bench at all.
No, I
also don't see him in the first row behind the bench where a lot of the JV is sitting.
Exactly.
I'm not sure he's even in the confines of the complex, so could be out ill. Generally, if it was an injury, we'd see him sitting with his teammates, but could be out ill. Carter
nice. Excellent play, brother to brother.
Just like that, El Reno cuts the deficit nearly in half. I promise it's going to be a long week for my voice, folks. We're going to do our very best to limp it to Friday night. Evan, good defense there. Good communication by the younger Roman nose telling him, hey, we're not switching this. Get through this screen. Find a way to get through it.
Yes, I like what I'm seeing.
And I couldn't hear him, but he may have even coached him through it. Go under, go over.
Yes.
You know, Carter's got the bird's eye view of that deep behind that play. He can coach him through that screen, and the good defense forces the miss. Into the front court come the Indians. Topai puts it on his hip, takes it to the basket.
Yes.
James with the finish.
James is so good at following Zach. Young players out there could definitely learn a lot from him.
The off-balance three challenged by Evan. No good. Carter secures the rebound, finds a running Dominic. Carter pulls up another long ball, and it goes to the young fella.
Carter Roman knows.
And on the back of another Evan Roman.
Light it up, young man.
8-7, the Indians on top for the first time.
3 minutes, 20 seconds to play in the first quarter.
Trey Davis, Rossi Harjo at the table, 2 subs for MacArthur. Good challenge by Dom.
Absolutely.
Maybe got away with a little bit of a foul, but
a little bit.
We've seen worse. We saw worse about 8 minutes ago.
Correct.
Evan decides to pull it out, and Coach Hayden calls the play from the sideline. Dribble handoff, fake dribble handoff.
There we go. Beautiful.
And a great
Beautiful. What an incredible call from the bench by Coach Hayden.
Yeah, but Evan drew 2 through the high-low pass.
That's
James
right.
got it, didn't put it on the floor, went right to the basket.
Yeah.
Lots of post play between big number 12 and James.
Correct.
3 from the far side corner, no good. Carter secures the rebound. He's off.
Rebound by Carter. Nice outlet to his brother.
Evan finds Dominic teeing it up near side corner 3. It's short, but Topai backside rebound, and they're going to get Topai, I think, for the foul here. They do.
Great hustle by Matthew.
And, yeah, so he's going to take knuckles from his coach. Good effort, good outing by both Dominic and Topai there. Coach Hayden's made it his statement that the three-point game is going to be a big part of the plan tonight.
Correct. And Carter just grows every game with confidence. Excellent block by Trey. What a beautiful play.
And Carter on the floor to keep that alive. Evan's going to run right to it. A lefty layup off the glass. El Reno extends the lead 12-9. We started slow, but it's a foot race now.
Correct.
12-9, inside 2 to play in the first.
And Zach, we've talked.
Good job by Rossi on number 1.
Excellent job, and great block out by James.
Evan tipped it out to Rossi. Rossi leads the break. James puts it on the floor. One time avoids contact, can't get it to fall. And that's where you don't change your shot.
Oh, that's a great hustle by Trey Davis, and Coach Hayden is going to be pleased with that. Not pleased with missing the bunny.
Yeah, they're going to get the foul on Trey Davis there.
A great effort by the young man. 1 minute, 43 seconds to go in the first quarter.
(12-9) the Indian lead in the first. Nearly a miscommunication to the favor of the Indians there.
Correct.
But number 5 caught it on his back shoulder. And if you're Rossi, try to set that up for a charge later in the game. He likes to lower that shoulder hard going in.
23 with a beautiful, Smith with a beautiful offensive rebound and put back. Never came down off the floor. It was a tip in.
Blockouts are going to be key. Great pass by Carter,
yes.
Carter to Trey.
Excellent job. Trey had his hands ready. Took the drop step. Didn't bring the ball down low. 2 points.
62 seconds. El Reno up by 3.
Good.
They've scouted
right
that.
there.
They scouted that right to left spin. High 3, no good. Great block out.
Yes.
Inside 40 inside 50 to play. 45 seconds on the clock. They've scouted that center spin by number 1.
Great lob to Trey.
And he's going to draw the foul.
Holy cow.
Yeah. And Evan saw that, and that's the quarterback in him. That's that Friday night gridiron look.
He passed that from half court.
Yeah.
And you remember the other night when he threw one and he did it with one hand and he didn't have control?
Yeah, he threw that one with 2.
He must have listened to you, Zach.
Maybe he went back and watched the stream. 0 for 1, the young freshman goes. 2 subs in for the Indians. Matt Topai reappears, making his first appearance tonight. Deontay Washington, as Carter checks out, as does James. And subbing in for MacArthur, big number 12 checks back in, 23 checks out.
Graves.
Yeah, he had taken his seat.
Graves in for Smith.
Yep.
There you go, Trey.
And 1 for 2, the young freshman goes. El Reno on top by 4 with 35 seconds on the clock. Oh, that's a pretty clean block. I think they got him with the hand coming down.
Correct.
I think the block was clean, but when you put that hand down, you're inviting a whistle.
Yeah.
Keep that hand up, palm up in the air, elbow locked.
Yeah. And Graves is a load. He's a big boy, and Trey did all he could. And like you've talked about, get in that weight room, and you become that player.
And Coach Hayden and I, 0 for 1 he goes. Coach Hayden and I talked about that earlier today during the JV game. About his, I said, couple of off seasons in the weight room, and he's going to be a handful. He's already a handful, but he's
Yes.
going to make a lot of teams uncomfortable.
Yes.
Put on 15 or 20 good hard pounds of muscle.
Correct. You know, and unfortunately, without Jacob on the floor, now with him picking up 2 fouls, Deontay is in, and he did a great job in the JV game. This young man is really coming on. Another freshman.
El Reno leads by 3, 20 seconds on the clock in the first quarter. Great back cut, but he's got to cut harder.
That's it.
Topai draws the foul, but he's got to
Yes.
run right to the rim. He sort of was just meandering, floating, loafing back there. I don't want to use the word loafing.
Yeah.
Meandering, sort of skipping his way.
Right.
Sprint to the front of the rim.
You know what I would like to see Evan throw that more to the front of the rim. He threw it to the side of the lane.
Yeah.
And if he would have,
Topai go
just
get it.
catch and go get it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if you're Topai, cut in there hard and you can catch that in stride. It's
Correct.
It's just layup drill like we're
Correct.
5 minutes from tip-off. 14 seconds on the clock. Deontay Washington finds James in the high-low. James turns to his right, shoots to his right, can't get it to fall. Rossi calls off.
Good, Rossi, not a foul. And 12 almost made an illegal pick.
I think it was an illegal pick, but if they don't put a whistle on it,
That's
it's not
right.
a foul. After one, El Reno up 1, 15-14. 14. You're watching Indian basketball. I'll be right back. Play.
He was at the throat of the Indian and ran backwards. But James, when you get hung up on that illegal screen, you got to sell it. Hit the floor, throw your hands up. I mean, I'm not big on faking fouls, but he got fouled. You got to sell it. Give a reason for that official to look at you as you hit the floor. Yeah, can we say call it like Conley? Conley. Cool. If Conley spit in it. Conley were running to take a charge, she would get a ton of charges. I drew 2 in my career. But those are the 2 plays I am most proud that I ever made in my life. I took my 2 charges. I never took a charge. I was so proud because you could run into me and you wouldn't move me until I met somebody about your height, your size, and there were 2 of them and they hit me at the same time and I thought I wasn't going to get up. And I was like, oh, so that's a charge.
Coming back. We're back. Possession arrow in favor of the Indians as we prepare to start the second. El Reno leads by 1, 15-14. Rossi on the dribble handoff from Dominic. They're trying to isolate James in a high-low situation.
Yes.
Rossi tees that 3 up with the left hand. Gets the ball.
Excellent shot by Rossi. Good decision by him right there. They backed off, and Rossi can nail that 3.
Yeah. Eventually, they'll start honoring that, and that's going to get James in that
That's
isolated
right.
high-low post look. They're going to get Dom for the reach,
Correct.
but it should be on the floor.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed
And Carter checks back in. James is going to go to the bench.
I know El Reno assistants were, when the official was walking over to call the foul on Dom, they were all raising their elbow like he kind of elbowed.
Great job by Dominic. He never saw it. He just
No.
reactively stuck his hands out.
Correct.
He found it. He said, all right, let's get down the floor and run it on the other end.
Excellent
and now they
ball
have
movement.
Yeah, that's going to be last touch.
Yes.
Oh, they're going to call a block on the drive. I thought they were going to call number 1 out of
No.
bounds, which he was also. But now they're having to honor. Rossi knocked down a 3, and now they have to honor it.
Yes.
And a great shot fake by Carter is going to lead to the drive. He's going to score, almost score the basket.
Incredible body
Oh,
control right then. And that's what we talked about earlier in the girls' game that Ashland does so well, playing through contact.
That
And
foul,
if they're not going to call it, keep going.
yeah, that foul against 23 hits first, team's 4th. Carter to the free throw line. He'll shoot 2. First one up and good. 19-14 now the Indian lead.
If you're a youngster out there watching this ball game, watch Carter's follow through.
And the the second Carter free throw up and good. 2 for 2, the young man goes.
As we call it when we're teaching youngsters, put your hand in the cookie jar.
That's right. And Matt Topai checks out, and Jonathan Reed, check that. Deontay Washington, checks out on the floor now. James, Carter, Rossi, Dom, and Evan. So a little bit bigger lineup, but also what I call bilateral point guards. So you got a lefty point guard on the left side, a righty point guard on the right side. And Revelis is going to let big fella shoot that 15-footer all day. That's going to be last touch.
It's a great hustle by Carter.
And the El Reno Spirit team, I think, actually saved Carter from the last touch. He was in line. His momentum was taking him into the path of the basketball, and he banged into about 4 or 5 El Reno cheerleaders down there.
Oh, there's several of them that are volleyball players, so they're used to hitting the floor.
That's right. Great wraparound bounce pass to James. James got to see. That's too many bounces.
Yes.
He's got to get it or he's got to get rid of it.
And great timing by Graves to block that shot. Excellent job by Rossi.
Carter got a hand on it.
Yes.
Rossi secured possession.
Go on, Evan.
Dom to Evan. Evan
nice.
Spotting up in the same side.
Beautiful recognition by Evan.
He's 3 for 3 from that corner tonight. He shot well from that corner last week against Piedmont.
Evan's like, little brother, I'm working hard. You better knock this down.
That's right. We'll get you here, buddy. El Reno leads by 9. Ball screen coming. Good job by Evan to fight through that ball screen. Answer basket.
The answer.
The lead 6, 23-17, 6 minutes to play before the half. Great no-look pass to James. Yep, he ran through his reads like a quarterback.
Yes, excellent job.
Let's get it back to our point guard. We'll set the offense up. Carter, the dribble step back 3. He gets it to go.
You know, sometimes, Zach, the rim is just huge.
Yeah.
And right now, Carter is doing a great job.
And a turnover by number 1. Tried to throw it to the big man. And we've seen El Reno do that a few times, especially on the ladies' side. He threw that thing a fastball on a string. And you got big number 12. I don't know how tall he's listed. He's got to be 6'5", 6'6".
I don't know. 12 is kind of looking down at his right hand, his finger. It may have jammed his finger.
That's what I'm thinking. You just throw a bounce pass into him, let him go to work. You don't need to throw a fastball on a string.
Yeah.
You're about 12 feet away. That's tough to catch. James,
beautiful give and go.
Can't get it to fall, but Trey Davis not giving up on it, and he forces the travel. We had a travel by one of them sort of stepped out of bounds, but they're both a turnover.
Yeah, excellent hustle by Trey. He created every ounce of that.
Carter to inbound. To James. James, not really high post, really high wing there. Carter took a lot of contact.
He did.
His hand got yanked out from under him.
Yes. Good job by Dom. That is a total jump ball.
Yep. They're going to call a foul. They knew they missed it here, so they had to get a makeup. And the sign of a mature official is not giving a makeup.
Yeah, but they missed it on us.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, that's 2 in a row.
And one of the MacArthur assistant coaches hasn't the slightest idea what's going on. He was saying, don't call it on the floor. He was going up. Everybody's at the free throw line already. He's the only person in the building that didn't know what was happening.
Right.
Which, if you're a Highlander fan, ought to give you a little bit of concern.
Correct.
Your coaches often are more in tune to what's happening than the players.
Yes.
They shouldn't be. The players should know, but it happens. 5 team fouls now for the Indians, 4 for the Highlanders. First free throw up and good. Second free throw good. 26-19, the Indians lead by 7. Dom checks out, Rossi checks in.
Very interesting. They have matched up 5 on Carter. It's very interesting because of this. 5 is about a head shorter than Carter.
Yeah.
Coach Hayden may see that and say, you know what, let's just post you up.
Great roll by James.
There we go.
Into the hands of the big blocker.
Much better.
Gets his own rebound, finishes.
Much better. Good job by James.
Good challenge by MacArthur on the first shot. Forced James to throw it high, but no block out. James battled up, got his own rebound off the glass. And if James hits the deck, he might get the call.
Correct. I absolutely think he would have got it.
Big fellow lowered his shoulder and said, I'm coming through you whether you like it or not.
Yes.
Evan finds James. James, it's a little bit short. It's going to be last touched by the big fella. Stays
Really good hustle by James.
Man, big number 12 for MacArthur. Except for on this last offensive possession, James got the better of him so far.
Yeah. And Graves is a darn good player.
Oh, he is. 28-21, the Indians lead, 4:18 to play. We know you like your scoreboard, Cam, but we're down a man, our technical crew out tonight. So we're making do with what we have.
Good ball movement right there.
Knocks that up and he
nice.
gets the ball.
Absolutely fantastic ball movement. Excellent job by Carter.
Long three, gets it to fall and answer basket.
Yeah, 3, 4, and 5 can light it up for MacArthur, so we need to know where they are on the floor at all times.
If you're scrambling defensively, you can't be scrambling off of them.
That's right.
It's just too much rotation to have to cover. Great move by Trey Davis, but he's got to finish.
Yeah, he's got to drop that hand over.
I noticed this.
This is kind of a shot put.
I noticed this a little bit in the JV game earlier tonight. The JV game was a little bit fast for him.
Yeah.
And I feel like this game's still a little bit fast for him. I don't understand how flexing down's not a taunt, though, Kurt. I got to be honest. Big man finished, to his credit, but that's a taunt.
Yeah.
You can't turn and flex down.
No.
To the student section, to an opposing player, to your teammates.
Yeah.
It's a taunt.
That's exactly right.
26-31, the Indian lead down to 5. Big fella at the free throw line to try to finish the old-fashioned three-point play. And he gets it to go. The Indian lead now 4. This is where those empty possessions are going to start biting you here.
Yes.
Can't have empty possessions. Carter finds James. James has got to make a decision. That's too many bounces. But he finds
nice.
Cutting toe pie.
Excellent job.
Matt gets it to go.
Excellent job. Great recognition by Matthew right there. He saw that James was the total focus of number 12 of Graves, and so he's like, hey, I can sneak in and grab 2.
And credit James for seeing that.
Correct.
When you have the ability to score around the basket like James does, sometimes you get tunnel vision. I used to do that, get a little bit of tunnel vision.
Yes.
I'm going to go score, and you'd miss the tree for the forest.
Absolutely.
Evan says, my turn from the corner. He gets it.
There you go, Evan. You know, Evan's kind of been in a slump, and tonight he's taken it to the hole a couple of times, and then he hit that 3. You're right. If James will hit the deck, and I don't think to me, Zach, that's any more than what is going on down here with the way he's guarding James.
Oh, I agree.
So I
agree with you. He's going to go to the free throw line and try to get to the old-fashioned way. One for one. 36-30, the Indian lead down to 6, 2:24 to play.
Graves at about, 6'6"?
Oh, at least.
Probably 240, 250.
Yeah, James is listed at 6'5", and assuming there's not a whole lot of basketball math in there, he's a solid 6'6".
Correct.
Carter pulls it near side. Carter
you don't.
Gets it to go.
Tonight is not the night to leave Carter Roman nose open. Great job by the young man to find his spot. Sometimes you see players go to another spot.
And a great job to force to change his shot, and then James going to get called for a pretty awfully soft foul there.
Correct.
And great job by Coach Hayden. He puts his hands out, looks at James, says, don't worry about it.
That's right.
If they're going to screw it up, we'll have to find a way to fix it on the back end.
Yeah.
And that's going to be his second foul, 8th team foul. He'll shoot 2.
Yeah, but with less than 2 minutes, James has 2, and Coach Hayden has got to think about maybe getting him off the floor because we don't want him to pick up number 3.
And this is where missing Jacob is big.
Oh, it's huge.
And he's going to go to a smaller lineup here.
And another thinking with Jacob, too, is Jacob has the power and strength to bang with number 12.
Yeah. And so here, either Evan or Matt will rotate down and become that power forward.
I think Carter and Evan are drawing straws to see which one has to guard him.
I don't know if it goes by seniority or scorebook average.
Maybe it's big brother, little brother.
That's right. Yeah, into the front court. Minute 45 to play. Indians lead by 8. Carter dribble handoff. They're trying to get Carter isolated in that corner.
Now just being patient.
Yep. Evan. Rossi flashes. Evan rips through. Skips it out to Dom. Dom drives.
Nice.
Matt. Matt drives.
Kick it out. That's a great job.
Now, they say stepped out of bounds. And he probably did. He was well down in there deep.
Yeah.
It's going to be a 60-second timeout. We'll take it with them. You're watching Indian basketball. RenoIndians.tv. Be right back. Cleared.
That was excellent ball movement. 7 3-point baskets made for him by Carter. Yeah. Shoot the ball, rookie. Are you sure it's 4? I've got him down for 5. Maybe.
Yeah, I had him down two for 2 in the first quarter, and then 3 for 3 this quarter.
Your guy's better than mine. You got him as 5. I'm fine with that.
We could say unofficial.
Well, how many do you have total? I've got 7 total.
I've got him with
Rossi
7.
made 2.
I've got him with 17 points. He's got 5 threes and 2 for 2 on the free throw line.
No, I was talking about made 3s for the team. Do we have that stat?
No.
Okay, I've got
Rossi has 2.
Okay, because I've got 7, but if Carter's got 5 and Rossi's got 2, and Evans got 1.
And Evans got 1.
So that's 8.
So I got Evans. So that's 1,
That's
2,
8.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah.
In Anadarko. Kurt and I were talking off the air. This is not the same MacArthur team that El Reno played. It's not the same Indian team that played them either.
That's what I meant.
Yeah,
It's not the same El Reno team.
Yeah. Minute 20 to play in the first half. El Reno leads 39-31. We've got some stats we'll bring to you at halftime before we take our break. Big push off against.
Absolutely.
Who is that? 44, Jaden Robinson, the freshman. That's another big body to battle with the big fella.
And pulls down the board. Good job by the freshman. Actually, I like it when he comes in, when you come in and you're not afraid of the moment. Coach Hayden's like, here, young man, let's see what you do.
45 seconds to play. El Reno leads by 8. Topai drives. Last touch by MacArthur.
Yeah.
Good call by the inline official that time. And the near side official had no idea. And sometimes you don't. You look at your partner and you say help.
Correct.
And an inline official knew MacArthur had last touch, and he points, the ball stays.
Yes.
Carter can't get that one to fall, but he actually prefers the other side.
Great hustle.
Rossi tries it opposite corner way long. I think you settle down and run your offense for the last.
Yeah, I think Coach would have enjoyed that because I was watching him and he was kind of like, okay, settle down. We got the lead and we're not behind and it's not the end of the game.
And a great job by Jaden Robinson to pull the chair out from underneath the big fella.
Absolutely.
Carter rips it through. 12 seconds on the clock into the front court. Carter finds Rossi in the corner. Rossi to Evan. 6 on the clock. Topai tees it up near side corner. Can't get it to fall. Jaden chases it down. 2 on the clock. He finds Evan. Evan tees it up, and he doesn't get it to go. Last 2 possessions have just really been not as well executed as we would have liked. But into the break, the Indians take an 8-point lead. Couple of things. Kurt and I were talking off the air at the last time out. El Reno has 8 made 3-point baskets. Carter has 4 made 3-point baskets. Rossi's got 2. And Evan's got 1.
Evan's got 1. Yep.
So that should be. No, sorry. Carter has 5.
Carter has 5.
Carter has 5 made 3-point baskets. Rossi's got a pair. And then Evan's got 1 of his own. So
correct.
Great shooting.
And Zach, I think it's worth mentioning at this point in time, at the Anadarko tournament, right after January, we were down 16. Is that correct?
I believe that's right, yeah.
And we're up 8.
So that's a
So-
24-point difference.
Huge difference in the way these young El Reno Indians are playing. Coach Hayden has got them firing on all cylinders. And Zach, if I'm somebody in Class 5A that is in our area, I'm not really excited about having to come up against them, especially whatever is wrong with Jacob if we get Jacob back and healthy. And whoever is out there, if you know what's going on with Jacob, let us know. And our best wishes to you, and we wish you were on the floor, young man.
And we brought you the 5A girls West, but we'll bring you the guys 5A West, where El Reno also no. Looks like El Reno actually went east. Well, it helps if I look in the right class. I'll get it right, folks. Hang with me. And they did stay west. All right, I was about to fall out of my chair. 5A Boys West, Altus, Ardmore, Carl Albert, Dell City, Duncan, Lawton, Eisenhower, El Reno, Elgin, Guyman, Guthrie, Lawton, MacArthur, Midwest City, Noble, Piedmont, Santa Fe South, and Southeast. So it looks like the same distribution of teams for the guys and girls. Not always the case, but it looks like this year fairly equal as far as the way the teams are distributed.
I'm excited to be on the opposite side of the bracket as both Sapulpa and Mustang with the girls. I think our girls have got a very good shot. And again, if you're watching the El Reno boys in 5A and you are seeing them getting better every game.
Absolutely.
And that is not a matchup that anybody is hoping to get.
No, absolutely.
Not even Dell City.
No.
I mean, we were within 6 points with 2 minutes.
Absolutely. So lots of growth from the Indians so far this year. Got about a little over 7 minutes left in the intermission period. We'll take it with you so my voice will limp all the way to Friday. El Reno leads at the break 39-31. Clear.
And I'm old. That's a good idea. Stand.
She's engaged. Nope, she got a new one. She's light skinned.
Look what Jennifer posted. I tried to find it during the girls' game.
Move. Yep, move. I saw her post that. Yep.
585 and then Jolt 75. I gave him one of those. Yeah. Because that's how we heard about it too. So Katie reached out. Ronnie reached out and said, hey, she's talking to some real estate friend of hers who doesn't represent her in this transaction at all. She said, oh, you can get 585 for it. I said, we're going to look at it. But if she's expecting anything over 450, she's going to out of the ball. That's what they're basing their prices on, and Zillow makes it up.
Do you know what's wrong with Jacob Robertson? We're missing him tonight.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't.
We're back to it. 8 minutes on the clock. The possession arrow in favor of the MacArthur Highlanders. El Reno leads by 8, 39-31 headed into the third. MacArthur inbounds in the backcourt, but harassed quickly, number 1, by Dominic Haver. Dom pokes that one loose, but it's corralled by number 1, and Dom's going to get the foul. Be a 2-shot free throw. Actually, they're going to get Topai. They're going to get mad on that. Number 4 they take to the table. His second, team's first foul. On the floor to start second half for the Indians. The original starting lineup. So first free throw up and good. And if that was a long time ago for you, it's the Roman Nose brothers, Dominic, James, and Matt Topai. And 1 for 2 the Highlanders go on their first offensive look at the second half.
Good decision by Carter right there.
Yeah. And an interesting look. He got it to Dominic, who gave it right back to him. So they're trying to create some stuff for Carter.
Yes.
With Carter leading the offense as opposed to coming off of screens.
Yes.
James looking. Finally decides to attack the basket. Good help side pickup there by MacArthur. Good challenge in
Good challenge by Dom.
And that's where James has got to, you don't have 3 dribbles in there.
No.
You get 1. If you can't do something with 1, you got to get it out and try it again. Great pass. And
great pass.
He did put it on the floor.
Yeah, right, exactly.
41-34.
And Rossi delivered right in the pocket.
Yes. Good job by
Excellent job by Dom.
By Dominic. 3, long 3 in the corner gets it to go. So first long ball of the second half credited to the Highlanders. They draw within 4.
Again, we've got to trust our defense. Our defense is doing a good job keeping them in front of us on the drive. And so what I would like to see is Rossi shade more to that 3-point shooter.
A lot of contact against Evan, but James fights through it, can't finish on the O board.
Correct. I think Graves got a piece of both of those.
Good defense by Dominic.
Yeah.
Number 1 gave him fits last time, but Dominic's answering every bounce. Great
job.
hustle
by Dom right there, too.
Great
nice
speed by Carter,
pass.
and then James is going to draw the foul.
Absolutely.
And that's how you take advantage of a big fella. You go right at him.
Correct.
He's big, strong, and he's an athlete, but he's not athletic enough to try and sell that play.
Yeah, and I believe James caught a knee in the ribs.
Yep.
And that is painful.
Yeah. and it knocks the air out of you, and it's going to hurt to breathe.
Yes.
A little bit flat there. He went long iron, short iron, then off the back.
Again, when you get hit in the ribs, it's hard to extend because it's a little painful. Fought through the pain then.
And
good job.
That free throw's still flat. Very little arc on that.
Yes.
Just over the top of the rim. He went back iron and got it to fall. But you'd like to see a little more arc on it. Softer touch, more backspin. And Evan got cut across his face. Can't get cut across your face.
No. Good challenge by Evan.
But you got to be able to finish that.
Yes. Good hustle back by Rossi.
The MacArthur big man had made himself a non-factor in that play.
Yes.
.24 the call. 14, I'm sorry. So Evan, his first, team second. Big fella at the free throw line. MacArthur out on a run early. James having a discussion with the official. Dollars to Donuts, all he said was, sorry, I didn't see it, which to be honest is not a good enough answer. Not at this level of play, not at 5A ball on the cusp of playoffs. That's not a good enough answer.
No, it is not.
You no longer don't get to see it. You have to see it at this point in the season.
Yeah, and I think what James is saying is, why is he allowed to push and shove on me and I can't reciprocate?
Into the front court.
Nice move by James right there. And
Coach Hayes,
yes. Yeah, he's like, what have I got to do to get a foul on the guy?
And again, if James doesn't change his shot, maybe that's your foul there.
Correct.
Because the officials could say, you bailed him out by changing your shot.
Yes.
Don't change your shot. Go stick it in his chin.
Good challenge
by Dominic.
And good block out by James.
Yep. James forced that rebound long. He's going to catch it in transition, and he's going to get stripped, but ball stays here. I think that's a good no call.
Oh, yeah. Excellent hands by number 3. Yes. Very quick.
When the hands come up but the ball stays down.
Right.
When the hands stay down, a ball pops up, you got a foul.
Correct. Oh, he missed Dom.
Yeah.
Good ball movement and good movement without the ball.
The one-hander goes.
Nice job by Carter.
That's one of the most interesting takes on a jump hook I've seen. And James pulled the chair out. He turned around, tried to square up to him. And another floater answer. Timeout by 60-second timeout. We'll take it with him. Nope, 30-second timeout. We'll stay here. He had given the indicator for 60, but he's got his guys.
What I don't understand.
He's got his players sitting. If it's a 30-second timeout, they need to be off the bench.
Again, you're absolutely right. What I don't understand is why you let it get physical. Don't call anything. Call some things, then don't call anything, and then expect the kids to behave normally, I guess, would be kind of like in the girls' game.
Yeah. And see, it again shows how disconnected the officiating crew is with what's happening. MacArthur's got their 5 sitting on the bench during a 30-second timeout. The MacArthur coach had called for a 60. He sat his kids down thinking it was a 60.
Correct.
The officials decided, no, you're getting a 30.
Or maybe he didn't have a 60 left.
Yeah, but in any event, you got to keep. They don't get to sit. If El Reno doesn't get to sit, neither does MacArthur.
Correct.
Those officials have to recognize that. Again,
No.
that's not something you don't get to see at this point.
Right. Excellent job by Dom right there.
Dom calls his own number. Can't get it to go. Pressure him with the ball.
Yes, absolutely. And meet him high. Don't let him go down and stand wherever he wants to. Meet him high and make him work down.
Number 1's throwing lazy passes. That last pass he threw was at a player's knees. That one was behind the player, and a good defense by James. That's soft. I've seen more contact in a baby nursery.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an absolute travesty to the game. What a joke. And I understand they're not going to come out and call a perfect game, but this is just getting ridiculous. This is a disservice to the fans who paid a ticket price. It's a disservice to both teams full of athletes who are out here working their tails off. It's a disservice to these coaches whose livelihoods depend on their ability to win basketball games. And
Correct.
It's a disservice to Dr. Naismith, who invented this great sport. It was actually invented as an opportunity to get co-eds involved.
Right.
At the time, there were no classes that were deemed appropriate for women in physical education. And Dr. Naismith invented this game as an opportunity to give young women the ability to be involved in physical education. Can't turn it over. What is this guy seeing? I don't get it. It's not too often you and I are both speechless because they pay us for our words. Well, they pay me for my words. You just show up because you like it. But
Yeah,
I don't know what to say here.
No, I thought Trey had a clean block right there.
I want to know how many free throws have been shot by MacArthur in this half. 14 fouls, and I'm pretty sure every one of them has resulted in a free throw.
Yes.
They had an and one and 3 shooting fouls.
Right.
So that's at least 7 free throws. And I think they've missed 1. 2.
On the back right there.
Yep.
No call.
El Reno trails 47-46, 3.5 to play in the third. We've got to keep the ball out of the corners. They're trapping that corner every time.
Correct.
Great ball movement. And then Evan
Excellent
overdrafts
job.
and gets it to go. And credit the big fella, Big 12.
Yeah,
from
absolutely.
MacArthur. He understands how to play his position from a defensive perspective.
Yes, which
He
by the
really
way
does.
is exactly what James did on the other end with him, but he got a foul.
Yeah. And Matt's got to run to the basket. What are you doing? He's going to go in there and try to shoot a jumper over
Good
the
hustle by
basket.
Trey, keeping the ball alive.
Matt, go shoot a basket. Carter from his favorite spot can't get it to go.
Good job by Trey.
Trey keeps
And he
it
got
alive.
fouled
Gets
from
out.
behind.
And he puts the Indians back on top.
Okay.
50-49.
I thought that was a foul.
No. If he doesn't fall down, that's not a foul. Apparently, their acting program down in MacArthur is a little better than the acting program here at El Reno. That foul against Evan, his second.
It was a great challenge by Evan.
Oh, yeah. I do it again.
Did not give up the layup.
No, and it's not a foul.
And as I say,
Ball doesn't lie.
ball doesn't lie.
I still think the best officiated games are in Rucker Park in New York City.
Yeah, because if somebody shot and missed a shot and fell down like that, people would laugh at them.
Yeah, get up, play on.
Yeah,
Learn to finish or learn to get contact.
right.
He could have been blown over in a stiff wind.
I want to watch our blockouts right here. Over the back.
Yep. Good ball handling by Rossi, but
Excellent
almost
job.
got lazy with it there. He got a little lazy with that underhanded flip pass. It's going to be last touched by Evan. The official has now turned his back to Coach Hayden. That's disrespectful. You can tell, and Coach, I've heard enough, but you don't turn your back on a coach. That's disrespectful. 2:20 to play. El Reno leads by 1. Third quarter. 50-49. Ball screen. That's an illegal screen, and they got
Yes,
it.
it is, and they got it.
And the primary official didn't even call it. It took
No.
out from the backside.
Correct.
Pittsburgh, second team foul.
This official shouldn't be this deep. He needs to be up at the volleyball 3-meter line. And to
Good
the
ball
front
handling
court,
by Deontay.
Carter teased that one up, can't get it to go, but great backside, and it's going to be a turnover. Run to the front of the rim, Evan. That's a good challenge.
Yeah, good defense by Evan. That's all he could do.
Start to see MacArthur pick up the pace of play.
Correct.
Trails by 1 minute 40.
Yeah, we need to just settle down. Run the play.
Long 3 ball, and it's good.
Excellent job by Jonathan Reed. Spotted up, had his hands ready. Beautiful in-rhythm shot.
And he shot the ball well in the JV contest.
Yes.
Good challenge on the step back, but it goes. Answer basket.
By Edwards.
Rossi pulls it up deep, can't get it to go. That's not a good shot there.
No.
I know he's trying to answer. Don't answer. Run your offense. Your offense is more effective than their defense. I think your
good
best
job by Deontay.
Dribble himself into oblivion.
Oh.
Last touch out of bounds.
Yeah. We were fortunate there.
Yeah.
Just bring the ball on up the floor, get into the middle as you're driving down, then you've got options.
And here's a great lesson to watch at home. Watch number 1 in yellow. He dribbles the ball just to see if there's air in it. And he's dribbled himself into a mess of turnovers. That's good defense.
Yeah.
But you can't let him go on a free release bucket to bucket either.
Correct.
He ran past 3 white jerseys to get there. Somebody's got to try and stop the ball. That's a hand check. There's a reach. There's a hand check. Okay, Deontay Washington has to do better. He's just walking back in transition. Foul called on number 5, team's third.
And I know I've said this numerous times, but when you have a team that all of a sudden starts half-court trapping and pressing and reaching and slapping and no fouls are called, then they're going to do it until they get by with it, until they get caught. Beautiful move.
And a great finish.
Great body control by the freshman.
El Reno drops the third. They trail by 3, 55-58, but the possession arrow in their favor. We'll come back for one more quarter after the break. You're watching El Reno basketball.
.com right now for more information.
Team up with Pioneer iVideo and start streaming the most popular TV shows and movies from your favorite devices today. Download the iVideo app and start watching anywhere in your home using Pioneer Internet. Each package includes free high-definition and cloud DVR features like video on demand, Restart TV, and Replay TV, just in case you forget to record a program. Visit gopioneer.com for more details and compatible devices. Some restrictions apply.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being loyal.
And with the clock reset to 8 minutes, we're prepared for the fourth quarter of play. El Reno trailing by just 3.
And Graves is checked back in.
And a great cut by Carter.
Excellent job. You know what? I've got to say this. Graves was very smart right there. He knew that he was going to foul.
And that's a good foul by Jonathan Reed.
Yeah, it is.
You're setting the point.
Yes.
He's telling 12, listen, you've got
correct
5 inches and 30 pounds on me, but it doesn't matter.
Right.
And great minutes by him. He's going to check out.
Yeah, great job by Jonathan.
Just his first foul, but the team's 6th. So lots of free throws in the future from MacArthur if El Reno can't clean. That's a push-off on number 12.
Yeah, and I like what Coach Hayden is doing right here. He's putting James in, letting him play probably for a few minutes, and then maybe putting him or Trey back in, putting Jonathan or Trey back in to work on number 12.
Yeah. And Dominic just going bounce for bounce with number 1 all night long. 3, can't get it to fall, but good rebound by Evan. He's going to lead the break. Trey in transition, can't get it to fall.
Great job by Dom. Excellent job by Dom.
And he puts them right back on top. 59-58, El Reno back on top. 7:08 to play. Good defense.
Oh.
They're going to get Evan from behind.
Oh. That was all ball. Beautifully timed. Evan went up.
7th team foul, his 3rd personal foul. James picking up that conversation with that same official where he left
love
off
that.
last time. Yeah.
Yes.
The short iron.
Yeah. Good leadership by our senior captain, or junior captain.
Yep. He gets it to fall. We're tied 59 all. First 25 minutes haven't mattered. Inside 7 to play. The freshman handling it is able to shake, get some separation to James.
Smart decision by James right there.
James to Deontay.
Good job by Deontay.
Yep, he draws the foul.
Excellent job.
If you're a ball handler, pick your spot on the floor. His looked like the first hash above the block.
Yeah.
And try to drive right at it. If you get pushed off of that line of travel, it's a
Correct.
foul.
Yeah.
Try to get fancy and out dribble them, break them down, sit them down, drive right at them, and make them guard you. Deontay Washington tees it up near side corner, but Evan with the backside rebound can't get it to fall.
James, great pursuit on the offensive glass by the El Reno Indians. Great job. I know Coach Hayden is going to be pleased with that effort.
That's right. 61-59 on top go the Indians. Inside 6.5 to play in the 4th.
Oh, excellent challenge.
He didn't know who touched it. He was guessing. He was just
And
guessing.
Carter was like he was standing out of bounds.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who touched it last if you're standing out of bounds with it.
Absolutely. Oh, great job.
Carter's going to lead the break, run right to the rim, little man. And he's going to, that's a great job of running right to the rim.
Absolutely. Put his body between the defender and the ball. But let me tell you what I loved about all of that. Carter kind of got a bad call. He didn't hang his head.
No, I said, let's go get it right here.
He's like, okay, inbound, I'm going to get the ball, I'm going to go score.
Can't get it to fall.
If you, El Reno Nation, are not excited about this young freshman, then
he's going to excite some college coaches around the world.
Like, what's the old saying? If this kid doesn't ring your bell, your clapper's broke. I'm excited to watch him for the next 3 years.
Gets that one to fall. 62-59 now the lead. 6:10 to play and counting in the 4th.
James has to be smart. He doesn't want to get in a wrestling match, but he definitely wants to be smart.
Yeah, we can't let that happen, though. You've got to challenge that. And number 4 is going to get called for the hold.
Excellent.
That's the 6th team foul. So the next team foul for either team will shoot. MacArthur already in the bonus, and El Reno one lot and foul away from being in the bonus.
I'm going to tell you, maturity beyond his years. The second that foul happened, Carter had, is that a 1-and-1?
Yeah, great move by James. He feinted going long. His man leaked out. James came right back up to get the ball inbound.
Nice job. Nice reading.
Carter's going to try a drive of his own.
Beautiful.
Got to get those to fall.
I felt like the guy came over James' back. Awesome job.
Great effort by Carter, man.
Yes.
He gave him heck all over that inline.
That's a fantastic job by that young man.
And the MacArthur coaching staff not on the same page again. Same guy saying dribble it, and the MacArthur coach said sit down and shut up. That's not what we want them to do.
No.
So again, a miscommunication across the MacArthur coaching staff, which is a disservice to the young men on the floor.
Correct.
They need uniformity in the advice they're getting.
Good help by Deontay. Ran him off the 3. Good job by Evan.
I'd like to see a closeout instead of a run by.
James, so close. I know he wants that one back. Yeah. Beautiful lead pass by Dom.
Corner 3. No good. Batted around. Offensive rebound.
Oh, what a block!
James keeps it alive.
James hustles, and Rodney gets a timeout.
Yeah, great effort by James.
Great job by our boys, and great timeout by Coach Hayden.
Excellent job there. And he had a bag full of them. He'd only used one. Now he's used his second, I believe. We'll see which one he wants. Looks like it's going to be a 30. He's going to keep them on their feet. So we're going to stay right here. 62-61, Indians lead. If the clock is right, 4:58 to play in the fourth quarter.
And Zach, that's the new look in a nutshell of these El Reno Indians. They're not afraid. They're going to hustle. They're going to dive for loose balls. They're going to scrap for every possession. And I love their intensity. And MacArthur's a good team. Make no bones about it.
Absolutely. 4:58 to play. El Reno leads 62-61 in the fourth. Looking to get a redemption win against MacArthur High School. I think Dom would admit he got bested last matchup against number 1. So far, Dominic has the advantage.
Correct.
Great
Beautiful.
Teardrop. No good. Keep him there. Keep him there.
That's a great job on defense. We've got a tie-up.
And a timeout called.
Timeout. Good timeout by number 5. Yep. Heads up by that young man.
I would have liked to add the held ball because the possession arrow in favor of MacArthur, which gives us last arrow if we need it.
Correct.
It'll be a 60-second timeout. We'll take it with them. Indians lead by 1, 4:38 to play. You're watching Indian basketball. We'll be right back.
Here's just what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples, Nix, and Dieselhorst, and we are here to help.
And the Highlanders break the huddle, as do the Indians. 4:38 to play. Indians lead by 1 in the fourth. Clock running. Into the front court come the Highlanders. Hesitation dribble, but guarded well.
Yeah, fought through the pick, the screen.
MacArthur says clear out, go 5 game. Every coach has this. It's an ISO, ball screen, ISO. Illegal screen, great job by Evan to draw the illegal screen.
Yes, that's exactly true because the young man was out of his frame.
Yep. And he's saying that's what I did, but the feet cannot be wider than the shoulders.
Correct.
The elbows can't be outside the feet.
Yeah, and that's what we're saying. When outside of the frame, he cannot be there.
I don't care how still you are.
Correct.
And coaches overcoach it on purpose. Get wide, make them call the illegal screen.
Yes.
Evan, to his credit, came tight off of that screen, got bumped off.
Correct.
Did a good job of drawing attention to the contact.
Yes.
And the official said, I see you. I got to send it the other way there, big fella.
That's correct. Great look by Dom right there. He stayed out wide.
Yep.
Smart decision.
But still through it all. Just the second foul on the big man from MacArthur. So good discipline by him to understand how to play his position. But
and there we picked up one right there. Great.
And James got him isolated on the island there.
Yes.
He rolled hard right to the front of the rim.
Yep,
took the
absolutely.
bounce pass, take collision at the basket.
Right.
It's his third.
Well-designed play by Coach Hayden out of the timeout.
Folks, we may have to shoot some behind-the-scenes footage of Kurt and I working. It is a 3-dimensional viewing experience when Kurt and I are involved. I'm going to put his eye out one day. I'm glad he's got his glasses on today.
Zach, if I didn't have my glasses on, I couldn't even see the floor. Great job by James.
Yeah, and the Big 12 checks out. He's had a lot of minutes this game.
Oh.
And that's...
Yeah, he's played an excellent game as well.
He's got a lot of minutes on the floor.
This is a great strategy by Coach Hayden right here. We're going to get James off.
Yeah, sit James if you can. Put Trey Davis on. And Trey, As we saw a little bit in the first Dell City matchup, Big 12 size is
That's
a
right.
little bit of an issue.
Yeah.
Get 12 out, get Trey on, sit James, because again, you're missing Jacob in your rotation.
Yeah, and number 23 is slender build like Trey, and so I'm anxious to see what he does because he can score.
Ooh, they're going to get Carter for the hold on the pass. It's going to be a 1-and-1.
As you would say, that was very soft.
Yeah, that's because here's the deal. Carter had his hand in the passing lane.
Correct.
And the ball handler, number 5, threw it into Carter's hand.
Right.
So the question is, if you're Carter, what do you do? And the answer is absolutely not a thing. He
Right.
does nothing wrong.
No.
First free throw up and in.
I apologize, MacArthur fans. I don't know what number 5's name is. He didn't start, but he's definitely had an impact on the game.
And he can't get the second to go. El Reno still on top by 2, and a great crossover move by Deontay Washington.
Excellent job.
And back to Evan. Evan finds Deontay. He pass fakes, calls his own number. Can he get it to fall? He can't, but it's going to be a run down to the
A great hustle by Trey.
But Carter can't hang on to it. Dom's got basket.
Good job by Dom.
Good job by Deontay Washington to fill, but they tie it up. This is the time again.
Nice move by number 1.
Nearing 3 minutes to play. You can't have empty possessions. At about 3 minutes, you're down to about 10 to 12 possessions max because there's no shot clock.
Nice shot by Dom.
Dom dials his
way to come through, senior.
That's right. I talked to him before the game. I said, what's your goal? He said 5, maybe 7. He's right around that range right now.
That's right. He's played an excellent game defensively as well.
That's a traveling violation. But they answer the 3 with a 2. El Reno still on top, 67-66. Dribble handoff. Back between the circles. Ball screened by Trey. Evan with it between the circles.
Oh, Trey has got a definite mismatch. There you go.
Go right to him. He can't get it to fall. He gets his own rebound. Gets stripped. Evan tries to clean it up.
Way to hustle.
He does.
Excellent offensive rebound. And Trey.
I don't know who to credit for that. 2 hands touched it. It went in. I don't care. Just put the points on the board.
I don't know.
Great
double. Excellent job.
Get a foul. Boy, this guy closes his eyes and flips a coin. I'll tell you what. Good minutes by Trey Davis. He's coming up a little bit hobbled. James checks back in.
Well, when he went in for the shot, he got his feet cut out from under him.
Yeah.
And he came down gingerly.
First free throw up and good. El Reno leads by 2. Minute 53 to play. 69-67 the Indian lead.
On the line, at the line, block out right here. Secure the board.
Second free throw up and good. El Reno leads by 1. Evan handling the ball. Dominic on the left wing. Evan says, I'll go right to the
Nice job by Evan.
And the strong lefty finishes with the right off.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Early in the season, he wanted to put that in his left hand.
That's right.
Big 12's a shot blocker there.
That's right.
Do I have to keep it in the outside to protect that ball? One and one. Little bit of chirping going on there. But Dominic reached over, swatted one on the backside, said, you know what, you got me there.
Yeah.
Sometimes Dominic had been bounce for bounce with him the whole game to that point.
Right. He's like, I blocked you earlier.
Yeah. I got you earlier. I had a 3 down here.
Nice crossover.
Yeah. And you know what? You got me.
Yeah.
That free throw up and in. El Reno lead now just 2. 71, 69. 88 seconds to play.
I don't know if I'm saying this right. Cavia, number 1 for MacArthur. Cavia. I don't know. I apologize for that. And he makes them both.
Yeah, 2 for 2. Timeout, El Reno. I suspect MacArthur's going to come out in a press here. It's going to be a 60-second timeout. Kurt and I are going to regroup. We'll take the timeout with him. You're watching Indian Basketball at RenoIndians.tv. Be right back.
Is it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system? Give the experts at Versatile Networks a call. In most cases, we can provide a phone system with brand new phones for less than your current monthly bill. Call us for a free quote today.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today.
Minute 28 to play. El Reno leads by 1, 71-70. It's after a made basket, so the end line is open. Good job by Evan to use it. Into Dominic, quickly into the hands of James. Skips over to Carter. Carter attacks the basket. Pass fake. Trey can't finish. It's going to be a held ball in favor of
Held ball.
MacArthur. We say it, Kurt, but Trey's got to finish.
He's got to finish.
That was a perfectly executed press break.
Yes.
You can't run it any better than that.
No.
Trey had a somewhat contested layup, and you've got to be able to finish.
Well, Carter drew number 12. He drew Graves.
Trey was in a double team. Carter drew the help, and that's the difference. If that ends up being the difference in the ball game, it's because MacArthur made the shot and El Reno didn't.
Right.
That was a very similar look, just on the other side to what Trey had. Find him. Sorry, folks. He had James on an island, and that's going to be a body check. It's going to be the 1-and-1 bonus.
Yeah, and James was completely hooked around the neck when he was posting up.
Yeah.
And you've got to give him the ball.
Yeah. And if you're James, you can even say, come on, man. Get the officials' attention. Good job by the young freshman.
Excellent job by Carter. Excellent game by Carter.
Two for two, the young man.
Go, excellent job. Okay, we need to stop right here, Zach.
Yep, 73-72.
30 seconds.
Unless MacArthur gets uncontested shot here, they're going to try and burn this down and get a look.
Correct.
And if they get a layup, they're going to take it, but they're going to try and burn this down.
Good job by Evan.
Good stump by Carter. You got to go run that down. You got to go run that down.
And I felt like there was an overback that did not get called.
6.3 on the clock. Timeout, Lawton.
You've been calling that call all night long. You've got to make that call right then.
Yep.
And I hear people say all the time, well, ref needs to swallow his whistle. Well, you've just taken advantage away from the kid.
Well, by not calling that foul that was called all night is deciding the game.
That's exactly right.
And when a coach says, well, you can't decide the game, I said, Coach, I did. Your player did. When your player committed that foul, he made his decision.
Exactly right.
It's a 60-second timeout. We're about a third of the way through it. We'll step away for just a few seconds. We'll be right back.
Your marketing partner.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field.
6.3 on the clock. El Reno leads by 1, 73-72. Ardmore to inbound. They're going to inbound about free throw line extended on the near side, so opposite the bench. And you've got to guard the quick three, and you got to watch number 12 for the easy tip in.
Correct. You got to communicate.
Good job by James to fight through.
Excellent.
That ball was tipped. And that ball goes in. They're going to win the game. Nope, Rodney got a timeout. And MacArthur completely unaware of what's happening. And they're asking for a technical foul, and they should. They had MacArthur fans on the floor.
Yes.
The entire bench was over here in front of the exit door. How that's not a technical foul, I haven't the slightest idea. But apparently neither do the officials.
Well, again,
it sort of bothers me.
Again, with 6.8 seconds, we had number 12 over the back. James did a great block out. You don't get the call. Great drive by number, was it 4 or 5?
I'm not sure. I had looked off the play and was watching the corner action here in the near side corner.
Correct.
.8 on the clock. El Reno trail 73-74. The good news is with 2.8, you've got time for about 3 dribbles and a look, or you've got time for 2 passes and a look.
Yeah, I saw something like this with them on the floor, their team on the floor. That happened at a state tournament, and the team got a technical, and the other team ended up, and they thought they had won the game, got a technical, and they go down, tied the game, and then the other team wins in overtime.
Oh, yeah. Baseball pass. Dom pulls half court, too long. And if you're MacArthur here, act like you've been here. They were the favorites to win. And we'll watch for a little bit of extracurricular activity coming through the end of this line here. And El Reno, I think, led the majority of minutes in this one.
Yes.
They trailed in the first half and then took a lead and held that lead till the last few minutes. Well, to the last 6.2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a couple of shots that were fell a little bit short for us. A couple of, I felt like, great blockouts. We didn't get the call. All the difference in the world in a ball game,
right.
Especially when both teams have 9 fouls, and you go to 10 fouls. So that's a 2-shot foul with 6.8 seconds to go. I don't care how you slice it.
Against with a free throw shooter who's a pretty good free throw shooter.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't like blaming officials for losses.
Well, I'm not blaming.
No, I'm not.
No,
either. But Kirk, they have to do a better job.
Yeah.
What we saw tonight, this late in the season.
Yes, I agree.
Right, breathing on the eve of playoffs.
I agree.
This is not okay.
No. I completely.
Right. I give some slack early in the season. They're getting up to speed. They scrimmage like teams do.
Yeah.
But when you get into the grind of season, you've got to be better. Mm-hmm. Now, El Reno has to execute better.
Yeah.
Right? But the officials have to do a better job. What we saw tonight is not okay.
No, the level of physicality in both games, determines ball games. Yeah, it determined that the MacArthur girls were in the game because they were the more physical team.
Well, what it also does on the boys' side is it means Trey Davis doesn't get as many minutes because he can't play in as physical a game.
Correct. Yeah.
We saw that. He gets displaced, thrown into the pads, no call.
Right.
Right. He's going to get better. It's not a knock on the young man. At the end of the day, he's a true freshman. I mean, he's a young fella. He's 13, 14 years old.
Right.
Right. But at the end of the day, in a battle of physical games, if the officials are inconsistent and allow the game to get out of hand, people like Trey have to sit because they can't compete in the Wild West.
One thing that is my biggest pet peeve, There was not one 3-second in the lane called on number 12, and I know there were numerous times that he was in there. But to his credit and their coaching staff's credit, if they're not going to call it, keep doing it until they call it.
Exactly.
Great game. We came up 1 point short to a very, very well coached and a very good athletic MacArthur team.
Absolutely.
I don't know. Are we in the same area with them?
I think
Zach?
so. Let me look. I've got it here. 5A Boys West. We are.
We are. I would like to see them again.
Yeah.
That's 2 times, once in overtime and once by 1.
And it's hard to beat. And we were down, was it 28?
Yes.
To lose in overtime?
Correct.
Yeah. So it's hard to beat somebody twice. It's statistically improbable to beat them 3 times.
Correct.
Right. I'd take them again all day.
Especially when it's a close matchup.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Folks, for all of us here at El Reno Indians TV, for Kurt Parker, for Donovan Ramirez, we appreciate all of you tuning in. We'll be right back here. Same bat time, same bat channel, as the great Kurt Parker would say.
Yep.
We'll see you all tomorrow for the Blue Jays of Guthrie.
Go Indians.